Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy, manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS WASC గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626-BUDDY.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@Test Prep Pundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the Test Prep. Test Prep Pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
Bridal Jewelry by Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అబ్బురపరిచే ధరలు. అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
అమెరికాలో నూరి ఫౌండేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో సర్వాంతర్
TV Asia Telugu ప్రేక్షకులందరికీ hello and welcome back to yet another fantastic episode of the Talk Show with Experts. మనతో ఉన్నారు మన expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much for being on the show andi.
Thanks for inviting andi.
This program has been brought to you by the Test Prep Pundits. They help you achieve the best for your kids on SAT, ACT tests. 25% of the students got the top 1% scores in the SAT test that were conducted in August. They're offering SAT long-term English courses for grade 6 through 10, which also includes free mock tests. Please visit their website for more details. Maya Fine Jewels, bringing our ethnic heritage all the way from India to the US. Passed on for over 7 generations. Log on to mayafinejewels.com and get yourself a piece of our rich heritage. Silicon Andhra Manabadi, accredited by the ACS WASC in the USA. Admissions are now open. Please register. Classes have already started, but I'm sure there's many other batches coming. So join Manabadi and learn Telugu. For more information, please visit manabadi.siliconandhra.org or call 844-626-BUDDY, which is 2234. Rahul garu, before we start discussing the topic today, there are already people who've sent in a bunch of questions regarding the bill and surrounding sort of details. So I think we should, as a part of that, we can answer the question first and then get into the topic of discussion today. All right. Our first question is from Sabaru. Says, what is the timeline for the budget reconciliation?
First, I want to tell that there is Plan B of Democrats. There is also Plan C and Plan D that I will discuss later on, though.
Right.
The budget reconciliation bill should be passed by September 30th. There is a chance that it may be extended. That it's not like there's a hardcore deadline that it has to be passed by September 30th. If by September 30th they don't pass the bill, though, they may pass something called stopgap bill that allows the government to continue until December 30th. And if they can't pass the stopgap bill, which I'll be very surprised, then what will happen is that there may be some shut-offs in the government, including the LCAs, or we don't know if the field offices of the USCIS, where most of the people who have been interviewed, may also be closed. We will have to see how it's going to work out.
Okay, thank you, Andy. And what will this plan include in the, for legal and documented dreamers?
This plan definitely seems to include doesn't seems to discriminate between the legal and the people who don't have documents. It doesn't looks like it's discriminating the people who maintain the legal status, though. At least the information that we have been provided in the House bill and also in the Senate, where we can think what will be in there based on the press releases that they have given. It does not discriminate between legal and people who don't have documents.
Okay, that's wonderful, Andy. Rahul garu, quickly, this is a question from Surya 9B1H1. Is a 693 exam done before October 1st without COVID vaccine proof valid to submit after October 1st? Would you recommend to interfile medical for 485 to the out of field office or wait for an RFE?
Absolutely. The COVID vaccine, if the signature is done after October 1st, they need evidence of the vaccine. If the signature is done before October 1st, they don't need any evidence. The question is not when you submit it to the USCIS. The question is when that physician signed it. Now let's go to the question on the what provisions are included in the Plan B. At this point of time, it seems that for all the people audiences, this 1 week is very crucial. For all those people who have not written letters, there is a letter that we drafted that's more suitable for employment-based, because when you look into the news, though, we don't get a lot of employment-based news at all. This is the only channel that publishes the employment-based immigration that which related to the budget reconciliation bill. Now, it seems to be that the main topic seems to be the registry. What does the registry means? If you are in United States on January 1st of 1972 or before, and then you can just get the green card by applying the 485 application. Looks like the Democrats, because they were unable to get through the DACA kind of things, DACA kind of green cards, where people who, children who came under 18, they couldn't get that thing because it's creating a new class though. Registry was already existing. It's a 100-year-old law. They keep on updating it every frequently. They haven't updated it from 1985. So they are updating that bill. That's a proposal, seems to be that if you are present here on January 1st of 2010 though, then you would be eligible to apply for the adjustment of status. I see a question on the YouTube. People are already asking questions on, hey, what if I came before January 1st? My wife comes after January 1st. They will be exempt in that too. So they will be exempt. If the main applicant comes before that and you are the next person, you will be exempt. You could be filing for it along with that person though. That's how the law is right now unless they change. Also, the second proposal is called 245I section. Now, this 245I section was created on April 1st of 1997. Now, a lot of people may wonder, I just wanted to let all the people know that my office has been existing from April 1st of 1997. That was the previous millennium's office is my office. You can say that. I choose the date of April 1st of 1997 to start the office because that's when the new law went effective. According to the law, though, if you are unlawfully present in the country, though, you cannot adjust the status, though. They also created something called 3-year bar. If you're unlawfully present for 180 days, it's 3-year bar. If you're unlawfully present here for 1 year, you have a 10-year bar, though. Now, there is an exemption that if you apply for the I-130 application, labor certification application before April 1st of 1997, you could still be exempt from the law. Now, they extended all the way to April 1st of 2001. They extended. So if you file a labor certification or if you file an I-130 application, let's say, for example, you have a brother, he comes here on a visiting visa. You file an I-130 application, though, even though he doesn't maintain the legal status, though, okay? If you file an application by April 30th of 2001, even though he doesn't, he would be eligible to get the green card. He has to just pay a penalty of $1,225. So he'll get the green card, though. So that provision is called 245I section. They are wanting right now to change the date to, we don't know what date they want to change. They may change the date as if that it may be somewhere in April of 2021, April of 2022, 23, because they'll give chances for the people to file an application.
That's true.
So they want to change the date, but for this eligibility, the person must have eligibility outside. To get a green card, you must be eligible for either through I-130 family petition or a labor certification or I-140 has been filed on your behalf before a certain date. That's called 245I section. At this point of time, the senator doesn't seems to have objected to unused green card applications that have been wasted, especially for the employment. There are approximately 250,000. We're also, we don't know, I mean, they can, if the Democrats are aggressive, they can ask for exemption from the family members, though. So we have 140,000 green cards, though. They can just say that exempt the family members from it. They're not creating a new class. These family members were already getting the green card, but they're getting delayed. If you add these family members, they will be able to pay all these things. There will be a super fees, what we call, depending on 1,500 to 5,000 per family, or even more fees will be there, which most of our guys I won't mind. At least 99% of the people don't mind. So there may be an unused green card. Yeah, I saw the comments. Forget about 5, 10, 15. It's not a bidding war, guys. I mean, so the people not counting the family members definitely will help, and also allowing people to file the adjustment of status when the prior date is not current, which was there in the House version of it. Okay. And if that's going to, because we are not creating any class. It's already there. These people already have an I-140 approval for a prior date established for more than 2 years. Mm-hmm. So these are the things that are at this point of time debated very thoroughly. And I want all the people to be alert, because this is a crucial time. Congress is going crazy. It's a budget is a bill they have to pass. It's a challenge to Democrats. Hey, we voted you as a president. We voted you as a Senate majority. We voted you as a House majority. If you can't do this job, what are you good for? Yeah. Why are you there for? Don't hide don't hide behind 𝐒𝐓𝐕𝐀𝐒𝐿izabeth. She is an immigration lawyer. A lot of people say, well, there are two kinds of immigration lawyers. One, we fight for the immigrants. There are some immigration lawyers that work for the government. They just want to deport all immigrants. Yeah. The job that she did as an immigration lawyer is not like any other regular. She worked for the government. She worked for USCIS at that point of time when it was called, the one which we called as Immigration and Custom Enforcement. She used to work for it to deport the people. Now, she has been assigned to this job. Don't hide behind her. She's not elected by us. She's not created by the Constitution. This is not Supreme Court justice. You can fire her. You can fire her. Just Senator Schumer can just fire her. Ignore her. All these possibilities now. Look at what Republicans have done.
But then why even bring her into the picture?
They have to pass they are hiding. I believe that this is a challenge to them. You're hiding behind her. You can't pass it. You're hiding. This is an excuse. We're not going to. You come to elections. We're not going to excuse you. We're not going to. Don't come to say that you're going to pass the immigration bill because hey, we gave all the things. They're just hiding. Mitch McConnell ignored her 2 times when he has to cut the taxes. He ignored her. Then at the time when the Supreme Court justice was there, he completely ignored her. There's no requirement for filibuster. So why can't Schumer do it? So that's definitely a question that will be asked. It will be challenged. Democrats, it's a do or die situation for them. If they don't do it, I mean, what face they would have? Why would I vote for you? I mean, tell me a thing. Why would I vote for you? Because you can't do anything.
Yeah, if you have the majority in both places, then and you still can't push this bill through, then raises some serious doubts about the credibility of the party also. But thank you for that, Rahul. Please continue. Sorry.
I want to make a couple of more announcements. With regards to the travel ban, at this point, it seems to be that there is a possibility that they will take it off. The official information is not released yet. We don't know it's going to be SINS-1 countries, that those are the European countries that we call it as. It will be lifted on them, or India, we don't know. But there is a good chance they have indicated that somewhere in November they may be lifting the ban. We were expecting somewhere in February, but they're looking into November. Mm-hmm. Now, the question that comes for Indian nationals is which vaccines are accepted? For sure, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, and Moderna are accepted, period. Okay. Now, the question is whether AstraZeneca, which is called as Covishield or Covaxin. Right. Looks like WHO has approved the Covishield, but not Covaxin. Okay. So Covishield seems to be, it may make it. Covaxin, we don't know if it's going to make it or not. Those are the things that we need to look into carefully. Covishield people have a better chance than Covaxin people right now.
So just out of curiosity, Rahul Garu, how is that determination made about people who've got this vaccine versus that vaccine? I mean, aren't kind of all
those
vaccines
are
created for the same purpose?
Yeah, I mean, those are, we are not doctors to debate very much on it. They have their own calculations. The Center for Disease Control has their own things.
Okay.
So the WHO did recognize the Covishield, but not Covaxin though. So that's where I am. I mean, this is at this point of time not a conclusive thing. What they're going to accept, what they're not going to accept as the thing. But I'm just giving a hint to you going forward how it may turn out to be.
Right. And I'm sure a lot of. Sorry, Andy.
You go ahead.
No, I said a lot of people must be anxiously waiting, including myself, to see our parents and other family members and matter. So fingers crossed. I hope, the travel ban gets lifted and everybody is allowed to come. All right. Sorry, Rahul Garu. Go ahead, please.
Let's go to questions.
Okay. Rahul Garu, there's one more question. This is from Silpika Mahu Samaya. She says, entered US in 2012 January, EB2 priority date is 2017 September. Is this bill going to gain anything for me?
We don't know if they would move the date up to all the way to 2012. It looks like at this point of time, the debate seems to be between 2010 and 2011. When I spoke with the congressman recently, directly, I don't want to name the congressman, but that seems to be the date somewhere about January 1st of 2010 and January 1st of 2011 in the Senate. Okay. It doesn't look to be 2012, but if I am an aggressive senator though, I'm going to put all the way to 2015 to force, because then you can force the Republicans to come into compromise.
Right.
That's the best way, because remember, if the compromise happens, we don't need the parliamentarian at all.
Yeah, that's true. Rahul, at this point, any other thing that you would like to share about the Plan B, CT, immigration and budgetary?
Right. Plan B is what we already discussed.
Yes.
People need to understand that this president is a very actionable president, though. He doesn't talk that much. This guy's action. When you compare that to Obama, when you compare that to Trump, though, I would compare that this guy is of less talking and a lot more action, though. Obviously, what can be done in the Senate, he cannot control it. It's Schumer who has to get compromised. He already got the 2-3 senators in his office. He discussed with those people, that the Democrats who didn't want it to vote, they said that things went very productive. This guy's more action guy. Obama promised us to get out of Afghanistan. We did not get it. Trump promised to get out of Afghanistan. We did not get it. One of the major things that the generals keep on objecting to it, look, we will leave it. This guy said, hell, you didn't do the job. 20 years you didn't do the job, you got it. So this guy is can and able to, is more actionable guy. So if this bill doesn't get passed though, I'm sure this guy will pass executive orders. And you may ask a question. What is this executive orders?
Right.
If you look into the dreamers, though, more than 1 million people, Obama has given employment authorization cards for more than 1 million people through an executive order.
Okay.
Could this administration do similar kind of things? Yes, they can, and they will. The problem with Obama was he waited until the last 1 year to do that. This guy doesn't want to go to the last 1 year. He wants to do in the first year itself. First year itself, he wants to do it. So he doesn't want to wait. He has exhibited, and his patience, he loses patience very quickly though, which is very good for us. So he has the things that are there. The executive orders may come in if the bill doesn't go in. Also, Nitya Garu, what these executive orders could do is that once he passes the executive orders, though, the Congress may come to compromise. He can say, hey, all the people who are here can file their just want to get EAD. Then the Congress will go crazy about it and they will come to a compromise. Hey, let's pass a bill, okay? So there is a chance for Plan B. Now, Plan C, this is Plan C I would consider as. Plan D, we still have other bills that are there. I mean, we still have the Eagle Act. We still have other provisions That may allow us to use more green cards, those at least per country limit and other things can be taken. Those are the plan D. So at least plan B and plan C will happen by the end of this year. Plan B may happen by end of this month. Maybe will continue until October. If it continues after October, though, most probably plan B is dead.
Okay.
So it has to happen because everybody's on it and you don't work on it, it's gone. So that will be only until the end. October is the deadline that I'm thinking. Now, of course, plan C is where it will come by the administration is going to. So I want all the people who are affected by these things to be active, listening to us more than the main media, because main media is not covering the employment based. We are the only person who is covering the employment based. So come and keep writing the letters to the administration, and we'll give the draft of those things.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's start taking some callers, and there are a lot of people waiting to talk to you. So let's take our first caller for the day. Caller from area code 773. We're ready for you now.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you?
Good, sir. Good, sir. How are you?
Good. I have a question. I have applied for my extension of H1B, and I have not received the approval yet, and my I-485 is pending. So my question is, can I take the salary from the employer, or should I keep a hold on that?
Since your H1B you already filed the extension, I'm assuming you don't have any EAD. If you already have a H1B extension filed, you can continue working for the company for a period of 240 days. So you don't have to stop working because you told me that your extension is pending.
Yes.
Yeah, continue working, continue getting paid.
Okay, so I don't have to keep a hold on the income, right?
No, absolutely not required.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Rahul, one of the more common questions that are coming in, this is sent in by NIT57, but also by other people, is about asking about the upcoming government shutdown, Andy. So they want you to address the immigration impacts, such as the current AOS processing and any other things that may be impacted, if so what?
Yeah, they haven't yet given any press release at this point of time. Okay. Last time when there was a press release with regards to the, last time when there was a looming of the shutdown, they said they have enough funding for the Labor Department though, but I think so the Labor Department will be the major one that will be hit for sure. USCIS, it's a fee-based application, should be running through okay. The ASC, that is Application Support Center, are fee-based too, should be running. But there is a chance they may shut off some of the local offices because it's not just the application. There are a lot of other things involved in it. There is a SAVE database that allows all the people for the driving license and other things where let's say if you apply in Texas, though, the Texas persons will go to the SAVE database to see if Nitya Garu is legally present in this country. That may have an impact, though. So they haven't released any press release at this point of time, but right now until October 1st, though, the Department of Labor is open. So if you want to file the LCA, you can file the LCA. Based on the LCA receipt, even if the LCA is not approved, the USCIS may allow you to file the H1B. So if your H1B is coming to a deadline, this may be a proper time for you to file. This week is a proper time for you to file before September 30th.
Awesome, Andy. Thank you. Let's take our next caller from area code 512. We're ready for you now.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi, Nitya Garu, and hi, Rahul Garu. Thank you very much for taking the call. I have two questions, Sandy. Is shifting of job advised during this time? I have my I-140 approved with August 2016 priority date. I wanted to see if it affects the processing of I-485 if the reconciliation bill were to pass by Plan B, C, or D, whatever.
I've been criticized by many people on predicting the dates going wrong, and the other things that I want to tell in my defense that I would be rather optimistic and be wrong rather than pessimistic and be right. I copied this from my favorite guy. Elon Musk. So with everything going on in the Congress right now, though, at least for the Plan A, wait until until the Plan B. Okay. Plan A is already failed. Okay. Plan B. It may happen by October, though. I wouldn't change the job if I were you.
Okay, got it, sir. And the other question I have is like my wife has just 1 year left for her H1B and her perm is still under processing right now. So I have read some articles in the internet saying that, there are some circumstances where you can get your H1B extended while your perm or I-140 is still pending, is processing. Can you please throw some light on that, please?
If the processing time is taking more than 1 year, you can extend the H1B by 1 year, not 3 years, by 1 year. So the only issue is if it's more than 1 year. Let's say, for example, perm is taking more than 1 year, which it's not, but sometimes there is an audit. It may take a longer time. Sometimes the perm may be denied, then you can appeal. Then based on that, you can file the extension. If the I-140 is taking a long time, for example, after perm, you can still extend even if it's pending. I-140 doesn't have to be approved. The magic point is, did she apply the labor certification before 1 year of her 6-year expiration? If that meets, you're fine. You may want to consider other options, though. Why not H4EAD? You said your I-140 is approved in 2016. And on H4EAD, she can still get an I-140. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you very much.
In that way, you're cutting down some of our 6 years, though. Next person.
Got it.
Good night.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. We have a question, Andy. This is from Jack. Hi, Jack. Says, what is the best director source to get daily updates on the reconciliation bill, and how likely is it to pass by September 30th?
There are too many sources with regards to the daily updates of bill reconciliation bill. And what is there in the immigration? There are plenty of them. Fox News and CNN is a couple of things that I would suggest, though. I always like you guys to look into both news, CNN and Fox News, because you need to know what's going on the other side, though. I normally like to look into Fox News more because I'm a Democrat. I want to see what Republicans are telling. But as far as the business immigration is there's no daily updates, unfortunately.
Okay.
There's no. I would suggest to come to Tvasia. We do have a Tuesday live session that we have at Radio Newman PC. But other than that, we don't see that many consistently people updating on the business side of the immigration, though. But they do on the other side of the immigration.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take a caller. Randy, caller from area code 713. We're ready for you now.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi. I have a question regarding H4EAD. Actually, we submitted for H1, H4 and H4EAD extensions. H1 got approved, and my wife still H4EAD still is pending. So meantime, I received a EAD, AOS EAD. We filed a concurrent filing. So now can she use the AOS EAD? Once she uses the AOS EAD, and can she switch back to H4 EAD once she get H4 EAD? And my I-140 is still pending. So I checked with my lawyer, and she is saying we can do that one if I maintain a H1 and she maintains H4 EAD. She can use the H4 EAD once she get approved.
Wait. So the question is, simple question is, her H4 AOS EAD is approved. Can she use that? And can she get back to H4 if she uses that? The first question is, are you working with the same company that has the I-140 that you filed?
Yeah.
Okay, and I would let her use the AOS EAD if I were you, though. The second thing is that once she uses the AOS EAD, she is considered to be married to the AOS application. To get unmarried and getting to the H4 requires that she has to go to outside the country to get the stamping and get the H4 stamping and come back.
Oh, okay. Then Okay, I'm getting articles in the same way in the internet, but my lawyer is saying it's not required if I maintain
Well,
H1.
that's
So
up to
what I was a little offended.
No. She can just go to India, Mexico, or somewhere else to get the stamping. But I don't know what your lawyer said. This is my opinion, and that is what it is.
Okay.
Honestly, if I were you, though, since you're working for the same company, I would let her use the AOC ID. I don't know why people are paranoid in getting married to the adjustment of status. I can't understand it, but
okay.
anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, basically, my company, they submitted for the conflict. I don't know, the company, parent company has purchased
Okay, the
my
amendment
company.
is pending.
So, yeah.
Amendment is pending. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I went for this.
I got the point. But do you have other people who got the amendment approved yet? Any other people who got amendment? If the other people get amendment, it's copy and pasted. You know, what we do when the company does the amendment, we provide the documentation that it's a success of interest. We copy and paste it to all the people. We don't give any extra documentation. It automatically gets approved. So if I were you, I would use the EAD, but you know, I don't know, people just want to, you know, build these kind of buildings to the immigration lawyers rather than to themselves. That's a fake, guys, okay? Next person.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling. Rahul Garu, if you get too much of the money to buy a mansion, please send some this way also. You know? Sure. All right, before we go to our next caller, we have a question, Andy. This is from Manish Agarwal. It says, got a green card for my wife and kids last week. For me, it still shows new card is in production. Can I get a job without getting my card, as I got it under EB1C? And is there any issue as to which is causing this delay in getting my card?
Sometimes it may be the mail problem. It may be the other issues, though. You can always make something called info pass appointment and then tell that it's an urgency, that I need to get a job and I only can get it by getting a stamp. So they will stamp the passport saying that your green card is approved. You can use this as an employment authorization. And that will be part of I-9 that you can use.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our caller, Andy. Caller from area code 603. We're ready for you now.
Hi, Nitya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hi, Rahul Garu. My employer is applying for prevailing wage determination with experience of 5 to 10 years. I'm wondering whether it is fine for applying PWD with the range of 5 to 10 experience. Usually I see employers apply with specific numbers of years required.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend 5 to 10 years. So I would recommend specifically, is it 5 or 10? Because when you advertise the position, are you telling it's 5 or is it 10? 5 to 10. What do you mean 5 to 10? In the labor certification, though, the rule says that if you are minimally qualified for the position, though, they should hire that person or your labor certification should be denied. So especially when you're telling 5 to 10, practically it's only 5, it's not 10. What's the purpose for putting the 10? I don't understand it.
Okay.
Let's go to the next person.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, this is a question from Amit Patel. He says he has 2 questions. One is, what about legal essential documented workers are on OPT who worked during the pandemic era, came in 2018? Will they not be eligible? And the second part of that question is, any chances of third H1B lottery?
There is a very slight chance of third H1B lottery, I could say. With regards to the essential workers, though, at this point of time, the Senate doesn't look to have presented essential workers, though. The reason is that since it's created a new class of aliens, though, that is objectionable to 𝐓𝐕𝐀𝐒𝐿GBTmecto, I don't think so that is going through Senate right now. Now, having said that, you know, these next 3 days, as of now, they're trying to go through 𝐓𝐕𝐀𝐒. If they ignore her, though, then it's completely different issue. At this point of time, they're trying to go through it. It doesn't look like it's there. If they ignore it, it could be there.
So this sort of puts us in a
Yeah.
your thing. Yeah. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our caller, Andy. Caller from area code 563. We're ready for you now.
Hello, Rahul Garu and Nitya Garu. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. Mine is December 2014 EB3 priority date. So I have filed 485. My 140 is also approved since 4 years. And I got a 485 EAD also. And my wife and also my kid also got a 485 EAD. So my job position was a lead engineer. Now I'm getting an offer for an architect. So can I change the job on, I still have my H1 till December.
When you say architect though, you need to understand that you guys live in a well, we live in the ocean, okay? When you say architect, my wife is trying to build an extra kitchen at the backyard. We contacted an architect. Is that what you are?
No, it's the same thing. And I mean, same.
So it's the same problem. Same IT profession. I know the
exactly.
answer. I just want to. I want to get the
thank you
because here in Texas,
highlighting
you need to have a license to call yourself an architect, though. But anyway, you guys call differently than what we normally people. You're still in the IT profession. Absolutely, you can go. No problem with it.
Yeah, and the other thing, and mainly now, my H1B is still valid till December this year. So even I have applied for extension. Now I got a new offer. So can I change on the H1B to the transfer to the new company? If I change, my wife and kid also can use the same EAD, whatever she has now.
Yeah, she can use it, but it's expiring in December.
No, the EAD she has, they have EAD, a 485 EAD, AOS EAD.
Yeah, then they're getting married to the adjustment of status if they use it.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't see the purpose. There is 1% risk if you go on an adjustment of status EAD. There's 5% risk if you maintain both H1B and EAD. I cannot understand why people don't want to give up the H1B. The only reason seems to be that they want to have nice buildings like this to the immigration lawyers. I don't understand. But anyway, if you want to maintain the H1B,
right.
If you want to maintain the H1B, you have to find 480 supplement. Would they, and for them to maintain the H4EAD, sorry, go ahead.
I can't hear. If I maintain H1B, can they use the previous employer's based EAD?
Absolutely, they can. They can.
Okay.
But that's expiring, you said, in December, is that right?
No, they have. My H1 is expiring in December.
So when is the H4 EAD?
EAD is 2 years, 2 more years.
Okay, you changed to this job because how would they get an EAD beyond your H1B is my question.
No, they have already EAD with the previous employer's I-485.
Got it. So, okay. So their EAD is the adjustment of status EAD, though. So that's a confusion that I'm at. So if they use the adjustment, if they use the adjustment of status EAD, they're getting married to the adjustment of status. They're no longer on H4 then.
Correct.
Yeah. So they can get married to the adjustment of status, and you can continue maintaining the H1B if you want to.
With a new employer, right?
Yes. Yes, you can.
And my kid is 16 plus, so I was just thinking for the kid, especially to keep on H4.
I understand. When I was at your stage though, when I was an adjustment of status, I used the adjustment of status EAD by myself. So if you are using it, that makes good sense to me. Absolutely, I agree with you. Next person, please.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Folks, stay here. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We're going to be back after a quick commercial break.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS WASC గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1-844-626 బడి.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో ఎస్పీబీకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info at Test Prep Pundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test prep pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
Bridal Jewelry by Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Talk show with experts. Let's take our next caller, Andy. And while we're waiting for our caller, Rahul Garu, this is a question from Swift Mars. Andy says, how about people on visas in US for a long time? Will the registry help everyone on any visa?
That's right. They may be in legal status. They may be in unlawfully present in this country.
Okay.
They may be undocumentedly present in the country. They will all be benefited if they were staying here before a particular date, which they will be they'll be announcing.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks, Andy. And let's take our caller from area code 380. We're ready for you now.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Great. I have a couple of questions. First, what's happening really with the Texas Service Center processing delays? Rahul, if you can shed some light there. And the second question is, I'm working for the same employer who is sponsoring me for the green card. I got my combo card last week. Can I drive for Uber as a part-time gig? If yes, is there a process I have to follow to activate this EAD, or is it just start working? That's all I got. Thank you.
The second question is, yes, you can work for Uber. I don't see any problem in it if you have an EAD. If your main job is in one particular area which you're not leaving, this is a side job. I don't see that as a problem. Texas Service Center is really, really screwed up right now. And there is a lot of backlog. Just to issue the receipt notices for the applications that we filed in October, it took them 4 months. They were not estimating these many downgrade applications, so they messed up completely. They are getting much better compared to what they were before, though. But when you compare that to Nebraska, when you compare to the National Benefit Center, which has MSC, they're definitely way behind, and there is not much we can do about it.
Thank you.
Let's go to the next person.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling. All right, Rahul Garu, let's take our next caller. And I have a question, Andy. This is from Shantan Pasham. Says, can we convert the I-140 to premium processing at Nebraska Service Center? 485 EAD, advance parole pending at NSC, but the original EB2 I-140 was filed with the Texas Service Center.
Absolutely, you can. There is a chance they may reject it, but keep refiling it. They will approve. They will take it. They will take your money after a couple of times that you file.
Okay. All right. Let's take a caller, Andy. Caller from area code 973. We're ready for you now.
Hi, Nitya Garu. Hi, Rahul Garu. How are you?
Hello, sir.
Good.
Rahul Garu, when I called you the last time, I was hoping that the third time would be a charm. I did get my I-485J approval, so there is something there. My case is, my priority date is December 2012. My I-140 was approved long time ago. I rejoined my employer A last year to get this processing done.
Nice.
I filed in October 2020, 26th October 2020 is when my I-485J was filed. And I received my EAD in August, right? So I'm still waiting for my final stage, which is GC. So I have two questions and one observation, if you will kindly indulge me.
Sure.
So my first question is in regards to the GC itself, right? So I texted with Emma. She told me that my case was transferred to Indianapolis. When I called their customer service, they said, no, it's still at NBC, right? So my question is, do you anticipate that this will still get approved either by 30th of September or by October? Because November, it's likely to retrogress, right?
Very, very unlikely, because if they want to interview you, though, they normally send about 30-day notice, which seems that, it's very close to October 30th. It most probably might be it might be in the process of moving to Indianapolis, where you are residing at. But
I'm not at Indianapolis. I'm actually at in New Jersey. So I was surprised that it went to Indianapolis, and that's why I called back to customer service, and they said it's never gone to Indianapolis. It's still at NBC.
Got it. There is what they have. There is a chance that because Indianapolis field office might not have a lot of work, they might have transferred this application there, though. That could be a possibility. If that's the case, though, you have a great chance of approval as compared to sending it to New Jersey, though. The reason is that most probably Indianapolis is not going to interview you. They'll just adjudicate your application, though. There is a chance. I would say about 30% chance that you may get a green card by October 30th.
Okay. And Rahul Garu, both of us have EAD, me and my wife, and we are thinking of switching our jobs. Is it okay to abandon our H1 at this time and move into EAD?
I personally will do it if I were you.
And later on, is there a way that we can recapture our H1 if there is eventuality like that?
There are only two people that I know who ended up into trouble like that. One guy was taking he was actually having he claimed to be a US citizen and was taking the money from food stamps and whatever not, and he couldn't get back on H1B because of what he did. The second person was that the person was working as a restaurant manager while on the I-140, got approved as a software professional and got the adjustment of status in the AC-21, and he actually claimed that he's been not working as a restaurant manager. So that's considered to be misrepresentation in both the cases. So out of these two cases, none of them came back. I don't know if any other people whose 485s are denied.
Understood.
So if those kind of things, you fall into it, I don't think so you're coming back on H1B.
No, I don't. So my observation was in regards to the travel ban. I was just reading through the presidential proclamation, and one of the exceptions that it notices is immigrants, right? So if you have an AP, by definition, are you not an immigrant? And would that not grant you a waiver?
No. Immigrant means only green card holders. Advanced parole people could go and stay 14 days outside the country, quarantine and come back. Advanced parole is not an immigrant yet. You're in the process, not yet.
Understood. Any guess you would want to venture in terms of retrogression? How much it's going to retrogress in November?
No, I will not right now. I'll hold on for the next week.
Okay, Rahul Garu, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, there is a very important and serious question, Andy. This is from Net57, says, is Rahul getting upgraded to the new iPhone 13?
I don't have that kind of money that anything comes in, I just get a $1,000 thing. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I go to a nice lunch for a $10, $15. Yeah, that I do. But I'm not that rich that anything new comes in, I can't just buy.
Net57, if you feel like we're answering your questions really well, please feel free to send us an iPhone 13 each, or at least for Rahul Garu, because he's the one giving you the answers. But yeah, feel free. You know?
I would prefer him to write a letter to the congressman. Yeah.
See, there you go, Vakil Saab. You know, this is why people like you. All right, sir. Let's go to our next caller, Andy. Caller from area code 757. We're ready for you now.
Hello, Nitya Garu. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go.
Hello, Rahul Garu. My question is related to changing jobs between not-profit organization to profit companies during the I-485 stage. I'll briefly describe my situation and then ask the specific question. So in 2007, I came to US through Company A, which is a profit organization, through cap subject H1B. 4 years later, in 2011, I moved to Company B, which is a not-profit organization, and the company transferred my H1B as a cap exempt and started my GC. And EB2 was approved with a priority date of April 2012. Last year, in December 2020, on my request, they downgraded my application to EB3, submitted all my documents, including medicals. My biometrics are done. EB3 I-140 is also approved, and it's been more than 6 months. I'm waiting for EAD and AP. Now I have an offer from Company C, which is a for-profit organization. And my question is, can I move, or are there any restrictions or major risks?
Okay, I just want to differentiate for the other people who are listening though. You first came on for-profit organization. That means that you are being counted towards the H1B number. Later on, even though you move to a non-profit organization, once counted, you are counted though, period. That's it. So you can definitely move to a for-profit organization. If you didn't have come on a H1B with a for-profit organization, if you were working for a non-profit organization, though, okay, from the beginning on the H1B though, now you cannot move. The reason why you cannot move is because you don't have a EAD though. If you had a EAD, you definitely can move. If you didn't have an EAD now, because you started with a for-profit, you absolutely can move, no problem with it. And 485 also will not be any problem for you.
Got it. Even if it was like more than 6 years, I don't have to.
Oh yeah, that was, you said it was in 2007. So that's approximately 14 years. Yeah, absolutely not a problem.
Okay. Thank you. And just a second question. So they're talking about this retrogress. So if I move and then the date's retrogress and my priority date is April 2012, it goes like before that, will I be in any risk? Because I have to move my H1B as well as 485J both, right?
Absolutely, you will not be in any risk. You will continue getting the H1B extensions. You will continue getting the EADs. Just for other people to understand, when the retrogression happens, you will continue getting the EADs. You will continue getting the advanced paroles guides. There is not going to be any stopping of that. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Rahul Garu.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, we have a question. This is from Pooja Agarwal. She says, once our GC gets approved, do we need to go to the SSN office to remove restrictions, or would we get that automatically?
You don't get it automatically. You will have to go, but there is no urgency for you to go immediately. When you are free in 6 months, 7 months, you can do it. Nothing urgent.
Thank you, Andy. Let's take our caller from area code 814. We ready for you now?
Hi, can you hear me, Nitya and Rahul?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Rahul. My question is, like, I applied for downgrade in last October. I-140 not approved, rejected first time, so we applied it again last week. I'm waiting for my confirmation.
When you say rejected, you mean to say the premium processing rejection?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Keep going.
So the biometrics completed last month, August 16th. So waiting for the AP and EAD. So my question is, if I travel to India, I know the AP will get cancelled, but do you suggest to travel to India right now, or is it better to travel once we receive the EAD and AP?
How are you going to come back if you're when you travel?
The travel ban, like, they took it out, and I have a citizen kid, so I think we should.
Okay, you have a citizenship, but would you have a H1B stamping in the passport?
No, I have to wait for the stamping.
So then you have to go for stamping. If you get the stamping, you come back. If you don't get the stamping, you say goodbye to the green card and everything. Wait until the advance parole comes in. That's what I would recommend. Definitely wait, okay? I don't want you to go to the extra step of going to the consulate. At this juncture, you waited all this time. It's just about 15, 20 days or 30, 40 days for you to get an advance parole. You should be getting it soon.
No, yeah.
So
yeah. My plan is to go in November or December. So, but just
by the time you'll have an advance parole. By the time you'll have an advance parole. And then
to continuation to that question. So if we both go, me and my wife, or even if my wife goes, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, because you have a child who's born in U.S. citizen. You're not coming under the travel ban. So all you need is to carry the birth certificate. Yeah, for both the people, instead of going for stamping, I will avoid because I don't want to go to that place.
Yeah, understood.
It's not a good place.
Understood. And you recommend, like, going after once you receive it only to avoid the stamping. That understood. Like, for example, if we go with our AP and if we get our green card in between, is it possible to come back with the AP and get the green card, or it will be like a
good question? A lot of people have this issue, though. Good question. If you go outside the country, you get the green card, can you still use advance parole to come into the United States? Yes, you can. I want you to guys make sure that you take the 485 approval. They will take you to the secondary room. That means when you enter into there will be an immigration officer. Then there will be another immigration officer that will come and escort you to a room. You know, even the drug dealers also, they take the same way. But don't worry about it. They will take you to that room. They will process your green card. They will allow you there, and we have no problem. Also, for the people who have H1B stamping, there are some people who went for who had a H1B stamping. Their green card, when they went outside the country, they did not even have an advance parole. They went and got their green card. When they came into the United States, I told them to come on H1B. Their lawyer told them not to, and because I know the practice. And they came in, no problem. The same thing occurred. They took the different room and came back. Didn't have any problem with it.
Okay, thank you. And so, last question, like, do you suggest going at all or wait until you get the green card? If you are in
if I have an advance parole though, I will go. And especially you have a kid who is born in, I will go. I will not hesitate. I have no problem with it. I have no problem in you going.
No issues for the green card, even if you get AP and if you're out of the country.
1 in a million chance. Next person, please.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Thank you.
Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, before we take a question, Andy, there is a shout out for you from Nadeem Anmata. He says, thank you, Reddy Garu. I was following you all these days. Finally got my GC approved this Friday. So he's...
Thank you. That's good news.
He says, you guys are really helpful. God bless you guys. So, you know, he's super happy. Nadeem, we're also very, very happy for you. Thank you for letting us know, Andy. Thank you. Rahul Garu, the next question. This is from Ratna, Andy. Says, as a dependent, my H4 extension 485 EAD advance parole are all pending for approval. Once I receive my advance parole, if I travel to India alone and re-enter on advance parole, will there be any impact on my husband's H1 and or my H4 status?
There will be impact on the H4 status, but not on the husband's H1B status.
Okay. Thank you, Andy. Let's take a caller. Caller from area code 978. We're ready for you now. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Nikhil. Hi, Rahul Garu. It's really nice talking to you.
Thank you, sir.
I have a unique situation where my I-797, I recently got I-797B. So
why? Why?
So they denied my stay, but they approved the application. So they said, it's a change of client. So I recently changed client from one state to another state.
So let me understand one
because
thing.
My
so this is an H1B extension that you got the I-94 denied.
It's for amendment.
So the amendment was filed later.
Yeah.
Okay, got the point. Thank you. That's the question I wanted to ask. My my amendment I-94 got denied because it was filed late. Okay, that's the simple thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead with the question.
So the notice was sent out to depart immediately, or the stay would be determined as unlawful stay. So just wanted to know, would I be able to apply another amendment
no.
where I could change it?
No. They will not do it. You already been determined to be. So the best way is right now to leave the country and wait, get the H1B stamping and come back. And that too only in India. Why in India? Once you're determined to be unlawful, the only place for you to go is to India.
Okay. Sure. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, for all the people, though, amendment is absolutely required right now, even though there's a court litigation going on it. Amendment is all. A lot of people will think, okay, it's a job only for 1 month. I'm going to stay. Who's going to notice? Come on, guys. In this electronic media, everybody knows where you are at. So please file an amendment. This happens. This is the most frequent problem that we face. Is that, and another thing is that if you're working from home, then home is considered as a workplace for you. So if you are in New York and then now you come to Dallas and then you're working from Dallas, so then you have to file an amendment before you move to Dallas. Be careful with these steps, otherwise you'll be in trouble.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, there's a question from Ravish Rao. He says, can I withdraw a previously filed pending successor of interest amendment I-140 without losing my priority date associated with it?
Absolutely, he can. He
can
won't
file
lose the
with
priority
another
date.
Company.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, he can.
Awesome, Andy.
Because by withdrawing the amendment, though, existing application is not gone wrong. Even if the previous company, even if that previous I-140, the older one gets withdrawn also, it's been more than 6 months that it's been approved, so he's safe.
Okay. Awesome, Andy. Thank you. Call from area code 515. Be ready for you now.
Hi. Thanks to both of you. My heartfelt thanks. I have a quick question for Rahul. So my EB2 priority date is 1st January 2013, and in 2015 I changed my employer. If I do a downgrade now, will I have to do the perm crossing as well, or because I changed an employer, or that's not an issue?
So you got the previous I-140 approved with company A. You are working with company B. Who's going to file the adjustment of status? Company A or company B? Downgrade thing.
Company B. Yeah.
That's company B has to file a perm labor. Absolutely, they have to. Otherwise,
and
you cannot.
What is the timeline? Is it going to take a long time, like 6 months, right? Or at least?
No. Anywhere between 8 months to about 16 months, though. The minimum it will be is about, I would say that if the prevailing wage is not done, it will take approximately 1.5 years. If the prevailing wage is done, it may take only, if the prevailing wage is done, it's maybe about 8 months. Can you not contemplate of going back to the old company?
I don't think I have the option of going back to the old company. No, basically, the person is from the previous company. The I-40 was, the labor was done by the newer company. So there's no way I can go back now.
I didn't understand. Perm and labor are the same.
Yeah. So basically, my I-140 was done by the newer company as well. So but they ported the date basically.
Wait. You have a company A I-140 approval. You have a company B I-140 approval also?
Yes.
Well, if the company B already have an I-140 approval, the company B already filed a perm application for you to get an I-140 approval.
Okay.
Wait. So company B can use the same perm to file an EB3 right now.
Oh, I didn't know that. So that will be much shorter duration, right?
Right. But what were you doing from October to right now?
I was just stupid. I feel stupid actually.
So let me understand. The company that you are working right now had a perm approval, has an I-140 approval and EB2.
Yes.
Put the phone down, call your lawyer, file the downgrade, file the 485. All this need to be done in October, by October though. And if you want to contact us, you can contact us.
I'll do that, yeah.
We can take care of it.
I'll do
Put the phone, okay? Sorry about that.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
Next person.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. So callers and viewers, I know, there's so many more questions that are coming in and so many more callers that are waiting on the line. But unfortunately, we're all out of time today. Thank you so much for being here on the show with us. Rahul Garu, thank you so much, as always, for being here, answering questions from people, also telling them what to do, what not to do, and, go running and not build that mansion of yours. I don't know how you do that, but anyway, thank you so much, Andy, for being on the show today.
Thank you very much.
All right. For all our viewers, stay tuned. Same time, same place next week. I'm really sorry for the questions that we couldn't get to today, but there's just so many people waiting on the phone calls as well as on the live chat. It's a little difficult for us to get through to all of them unless we probably have like a 10-hour show. So I hope you really understand. Sorry, guys. And thank you so much, Anmata. So we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place. Have a great week.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us, 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS VASC గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626-BUDDY.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో ఎస్పీబీకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info at Test Prep Pundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test prep pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
Bridal Jewelry by Malabar Gold and Diamonds.